aware that we can see the glare of a light over here and we have some shadows back here. This is an experiment going back to an old video format that I used to do, where I use the old dry erase board. Some people like that, so I figured I'd go back to it for creative reasons. Why not, right? The topic of this video is going to be parse. We're going to parse a word, and I'm going to show you what a particle of negation is and how it affects the positivity or negativity of a term. Think of it this way, folks, and I've done, this is kind of like a treatise that I did on why I wanted to learn quantum grammar and why it's useful and beneficial and healthy psychologically to use quantum grammar way back in 2017 or 2018, where I used the analogy of food. You go to McDonald's, you buy a cheeseburger meal, you think you're getting something healthy, right? I mean, nobody nowadays would ever think that. But back in the day, you might think you were getting something healthy, right? Getting some meat, getting some fries, maybe get a Big Mac meal, get some lettuce on that thing, get your greens in there, your 4 food groups, whatever. But what you didn't know was that there were elements, ingredients within that food that were not beneficial to you. And the more you ate them over the years, the more they built up in your system, creating a negative effect, an unhealthy effect, and maybe caused you health issues. But once you became aware of those nasty, poisonous ingredients, then you were able to make healthier choices. Maybe you didn't eat McDonald's, or maybe you go to the supermarket and you look at the ingredients first, and you find out where those negative ingredients are and just don't get those things. We could say those negative ingredients like sugar, red, whatever, colorings, artificial sweeteners, natural flavors, those types of things. We could consider those things to be particles of negation in your food. Well, the same thing goes with language and grammar. There are particles of negation within over 50% of the words we use that we probably don't even know about, that go into our psyche, into our consciousness, and could be causing negative effects, unhealthy psychological effects. But once you become aware of them, cognizant of them, now you can become more of a steward of your vessel and maybe heal your psyche. And that's the beauty of correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar. Becoming aware of those things and perhaps excising them from your construct. Now, one word that I see so many people using in this quantum grammar domain, especially those folks coming from the Russell-J-Gould sector of things, is this word, comprehension. There is a particle of negation in that word. Can you spot it? I've left a clue for you. So if you look it up on How Many Syllables website, you find that there are 4 particles in here, comprehension, and that it comes from the word comprehender. You may be asking, Jason, why are you wearing this hat? Why are you wearing this shirt? Well, the reason is I'm interested in those folks out there that this causes a reaction with. They have some sort of something to say about it. That's all. Nothing to do with what I'm doing here, though. It's just cosmetic, bro. So we see here we have comprehension. C-O-M-P-R-E-H-E-N-D-E-R-E plus I-O-N. Those are the particles of the word. And in the fiction, it's the act or fact of understanding. COM equals with, together. PRE is before, which in the context of this channel and what I do, correct sentence structure, communication, parse, syntax, grammar, anything that negates the now space is a particle of negation. It means no. So therefore, before is not happening right now. It's happening before right now. Therefore, it means no. Then we have hen, dairy, which comes from the Proto-Indo-European root gend, which when you see that little asterisk there, that's what that means, which means to seize, take. So comprehension means together, no, taking, contract. Together with the no-taking contract. As David-WYNN said, 1 0 zeroes out the whole multiplication problem. So it'd be like having com, we'll give that a 1, times pre, we give that a 0, times hen, which we would give that a 2, times ion, we'll give that a 3, it equals 0. Because 1 0 negates the whole damn thing. And that's your particle of negation in comprehension. A word that you see folks that style themselves as the commander-in-chief or the postmaster general or the mustard master or whatever, you see them use it all the time. Particle of negation zeroes out the whole thing. If someone repeats this mistake over and over and over again, either it means they don't know what the hell they're talking about, they don't know they're doing it, they lack knowledge, or they're doing it on purpose. Is there any other reason? All right. I would be remiss if I did not offer a solution to this issue. For those of you out there who may be watching this, be like, well, I don't want to use that word anymore if that's the case. Cool. I'm going to give you some options. Okay, folks. So at the top here, I've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alternative choices to the word comprehension, which are all positive performance. For the capacity, cognize, conception, grasp, ken, and perception. Okay? Now, if you have a correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar dictionary, you can get very, very specific on what each of these mean. They would all have different meanings. Remember, one word, one meaning. 1 and 1 is 1. So if you have the word capacity, it would mean something different than cognize. It would mean something different than conception, so on and so forth. And then I have actually given you my finite mean, which is in my dictionary of cognition. And I'll just underline that right there to make it easier for you. You may notice some numbers in green. Those are syntax values. For those of you out there interested in such things, it's all 5, 6s, and 7s, baby. Except, of course, for the verb to and the conjunction 0. So you can find the syntax key over there, of course. So I'm going to read this finite mean. Now you notice I have used colons to represent position lodial phrases. The spacing is very, very important for the colons. And I have other videos touching on that, but I'm going to read this out loud as it would be read, the colons representing what they represent. For the cognition of the finite mean is with the claim of the contract, with the maintenance of the value, knowledge, and of the contract terms, with the function of the trade medium, with the certification by the contract parties. And then backwards, for the contract parties of the certification are with the trade medium of the function, with the value, knowledge, and with the contract terms of the maintenance, with the contract of the claim, with the finite mean by the cognition. There you go. My gift to you. Problem, solution, done. Feel free to use that finite mean of cognition if you choose. It's open source, as is all of my correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar, knowledge, contained for free in over 1,400 videos on this very channel that you're viewing right now. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. Stay tuned for information on how you can apply for correct sentence structure, communication, parsing, syntax, grammar workshops, and learn this stuff and know it and get closure on it like you know the back of your hand. As always, caveat emptor, in case sera, sera.